Hi everyone, Floyd Meyer here. I am a physician assistant with a master's in public health, a degree in molecular biology, and I'm currently working in physical medicine and rehabilitation. This week we are going to be continuing our series on resilience, which is the ability to remain well, recover, or even thrive in the face of adversity. Last week we discussed the key to building the foundation of resilience, which is consistency through sustainable habit transformation. This week we're going to be discussing the rhythms of resilience, how to strengthen your internal biological clock, and why this is important for your overall resilience. Almost every physiologic process in the body is in some way affected by your internal body clock. This body clock is called your circadian rhythm, and these daily cycles of these bodily functions are what form the foundation of good health. In fact, our bodies are in a constant flux that is dictated both by the light and dark cycles as well as if you are feeding or if you are fasting. When the timing systems in our bodies become desynchronized, this is going to increase our overall stress levels. And the opposite side of that, when our bodies have a solid, consistent schedule, we have a robust circadian rhythm, it is going to make you better able to handle different types of stressors no matter where they are coming from. You want to think about the certain systems in our bodies as having a certain capacity to handle additional stress, and this was the physiologic reserves that we were talking about in previous videos. And if you're already redlining the system through having this desynchronization, then you're not going to be able to handle any types of additional stressors. And you can easily think about someone who has, say someone is in college and they've pulled multiple all-nighters trying to study for a test. It's not going to take very much to set this person over the edge. You could say something to them and they could overreact, they could get cut off in traffic and they could freak out about it. Or maybe they get introduced to some new type of a virus and they end up getting very sick because of it, when normally their body would easily be able to fend off that cold without many symptoms. People with poor circadian rhythms, for example, people who do shift work, so think of someone that they work in some day shifts and then some night shifts during the same week. These people are at a huge increase for multiple chronic diseases, from high blood pressure to cancer. And this is a good example of how this desynchronization can cause your entire biology to go haywire. Now that we know the importance of entraining this internal body clock, how do we make it as robust as possible? There are multiple ways to do this, but I'm going to be covering the two most accessible ones and the easiest things for you to start to implement today to improve your overall resilience. So first is controlling your light and dark cycles, and this can have a profound impact on your circadian biology. So the first thing you want to be doing is you want to expose yourself in the morning to as much bright light as possible. This bright light, specifically lights that's coming from the sun, is going to tell the master clock that is in your brain that it's daytime, and it should activate all of those daytime genes that are going to make you awake, alert, and active and able to handle the stressors of the day. Now, by contrast, you want to do the exact opposite of that at night. So at night, you want to try and limit your blue light exposure. Again, the blue light specifically is what is going to be telling your body that it's daytime. So as it gets darker in the day, as it becomes nighttime, you want to be limiting your blue light exposure. And you can do this in a number of different ways. The easiest thing is to just turn down the lights or turn off some of the lights in your house and make it darker. Another option is you can get specifically red LED light bulbs that you can put into different rooms, specifically your bedroom, which can allow you to still have some light while you're doing the things towards the end of your day. If you want to read a book or if you want to stretch, brushing your teeth, doing things like that, you can have these red LED bulbs. And this will give you light so that you're able to do those things, but it's not going to be telling that master clock that's in your brain that it's daytime. You can also get things like blue light blocking glasses. There is a program called Flux, F.LUX, and you can download that and put that on your computer, and so you can have less blue light being emitted from your computer, because the blue light, it's not just from the sun, it's not just from your light bulbs, it's the light that's coming from our technology, so our computers, our phones, things like that. All of that is going to be sending signals telling your body that it's daytime. Now that we've synchronized the master clock that's in our brains through controlled light exposure, meaning getting bright light during the day and then limiting that blue light at night, we need to focus on the other master clock, which is in our gut. So the clocks that are in our GI system are activated whether there is a presence or an absence of food. So if we are eating food and we are breaking it down, this is sending the signals to the master clock that it's daytime. And when we stop eating, this is going to again be sending signals that it's nighttime and we should be resting and restoring and healing our body. So this is where I recommend people follow something called time-restricted eating. And this is different than fasting. What this is you're basically setting a period of time during the day, and that's when you are taking in all of your calories. You're eating all of the foods that you're going to eat, and you're drinking all of your drinks other than just pure water. And so if you can set this your eating window up where you are eating during the day and you are fasting at night, and the window doesn't have to be very small. It doesn't have to be like a 6-hour eating window. It can be over the course of 12 hours. But if you go much longer than 12 hours, then it's going to start to cause desynchronization, because you need an adequate amount of time that your body is digesting food, and then you need an adequate amount of time that your body is not eating any food, and you're giving that GI system a break. And so if you wake up in the morning, you get bright light exposure, you eat some food, and then you eat during the day, you continue to get bright light exposure, and then at night you are stopping eating, and then you are limiting your blue light. This is over time, this is going to entrain a robust circadian rhythm, which is going to make you more resilient, more able to handle additional stressors, because the body is going to be working in an efficient manner. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. If this resonated with you, please share it with your friends and family. Make sure that you're subscribing for more of this content. Again, this is Floyd Meyer. Have a great day.